You want to hear a really cool guerrilla marketing story from Nate? You're going to want to watch this.
Yeah, this was pretty awesome.
Back here with Nate Woodbury. Be the hero, Nate. Look, it says it right on the shirt. Scott Christopher, kind of a dumb guy. I'm not going to lie to you. I know my role. I literally, every time we do one of these, I learn more and more, and I can't wait to go home and I try it myself, or just have you do it for me. And our Filipino friends that I love so dearly. I don't know any of their names yet. Nate is known for some really cool guerrilla marketing tactics. Mm-hmm. And you have kind of teased me about telling this story about something you did with Craigslist. And so we're going to spend the balance of this episode hearing what you did with Craigslist. I have no idea.
So hopefully you can learn something from this, not necessarily apply it on Craigslist, but apply it elsewhere.
Okay.
Because Craigslist is kind of
dead,
fizzled out. Yeah, it's kind of dead.
But still, it's a good illustration, hopefully, of how his brain works in this realm.
So this was really cool. So Craigslist it's a classified, right? And I could post a title and an ad to promote my service, right? And at the time, I was marketing a website design service, and it's meant to be local.
Yes, it is. You
local,
pick a city, San Francisco, Salt Lake City, whatever. Yeah.
Well, I found a way to make it not local. I found a way to create multiple accounts. So if I created an account for Salt Lake County, and a different account for Utah County, a different account for Denver, different account for different areas of Florida, and I think I ended up creating like 420 different accounts. But to create different accounts, you've got to have 420 different email addresses.
Oh.
And also, when you log into those accounts, Craigslist was tracking my IP address.
Right, okay.
So I had to get proxy IP addresses. So I paid a fee to have proxy IP addresses. So I would switch it on my computer and then log in to that account from that proxy IP. But then Craigslist also made you verify your account by phone.
Oh, gosh.
So they would call you on the phone, you would have to answer it. I think they would tell you a code over the phone that you would then enter in on your computer.
Yeah.
And so I rented virtual phone numbers that would forward to my phone, and I even payphones don't exist anymore, do they? They were phasing out back then. I mean, but I drove around and I would even use payphones, and I would enter in the phone number from it was my BlackBerry back then. I had my BlackBerry with me using the internet, the weak internet on it. I would enter in the phone number of the payphone, so they would ring it, and I would verify my Craigslist account. So I had a full-time employee that was one other part.
And this is all, by the way, just this whole story, this is all so that you can market or advertise on every Craigslist county, city.
So here's let me sidestep and tell a moral of the story of why this is important for you to pay attention to. So I had advertised locally on Craigslist, and I got a client. And I probably averaged one new customer per month, maybe one customer every couple months.
Okay, so I can see where your mentality is.
So I'm like, okay, this works, but how do I scale it out? I want 20 clients, right? How do I get 20 clients a month? Well, what if I could just advertise in Colorado or
20
California?
Different markets, right, okay.
So that's why I started figuring out these things and Googling and figuring out.
But you're going to the ends of the earth to do this. Okay, you've described some of the things that you've had to do to subvert the system.
One other thing I had to do to subvert the Craigslist system is if every ad that I posted was identical copy, so I had an article spinner. So it would take a word, it would instead of web design, I'd put website design.
Okay.
Or design your website. It would just spin. So I had my employee would change their IP address, log in, spin the article, post the spun article. And anyway, and it was sending traffic all back to my website.
Oh gosh!
And I was getting, I think at the peak I was getting 25 sales per day, 25 new website clients. Not per day, 25 per month.
Okay, I was going to say that
was nice.
That's quite an increase.
And that was just the markets that I was marketing to on Craigslist in the United States.
Unbelievable. And did they ever catch? Well, did they catch on or?
You know, something happened with my IP addresses that I was using to where I could still do everything, but I was being ghosted, which meant that my assistant would post an ad, but you'd log in from another account and you couldn't find the ad anywhere. It's actually not shown to people.
Oh.
And so I had somebody working full-time, 8 hours a day doing this, and it was pretty complex to set it all up.
Was this outsourced?
This was outsourced.
This was outsourced.
Yeah, so
okay.
I had a person a lady in the Philippines that was managing all this for me.
Gotcha.
I set it up, got it working, got it all created with the IPs and the phone numbers. She was running it all, but I noticed over time I was getting less and less clients from it, and I started selling my services a different way through LinkedIn, and I was charging different prices, and I liked the type of clients I was getting from LinkedIn better. And so when Craigslist started not working anymore, I was okay with that.
Let it phase
I
out.
let it phase out. I probably could have pursued it a little bit longer and found better proxy IP addresses or used a virtual private network but I was just like, it was such a headache to try and figure it out that once I found a replacement, I went with the replacement. So
well, it's a great story, and again, it just helps to illustrate kind of your marketing mind, but also, and I was going to say the devious marketing mind that you have, but in a way, it's not like there's anything really illegal going on here. It's just that you're presented with a set of parameters that a particular organization may have, and you say, well, okay, these are the parameters, but there's nothing that says I can't try to work around them to my benefit.
Well, then let's apply this to YouTube.
Right, so that's what I was going with.
What are we doing today? How many episodes are we filming right now?
We're doing 20 episodes today. Yeah, in one day.
Yeah, and when I mention that to people in my YouTuber community, my YouTuber friends, and they just think you're filming 20 episodes in a day. My record with Chris Crone and Grant Thompson, in one day we filmed 37 episodes. So
my back is killing me. And this is only episode 16 or something,
15.
Oh, is it? Oh, shoot, I thought it was 16.
So I'm really good at systematizing things. I'm a master of efficiency, and when I find something that works, I was starting to get some really good results on YouTube, and so I've found ways to efficiently edit the videos. Obviously, we efficiently film the videos and automate the process so we can reduce costs. That's why I can work with so many clients that do daily videos.
That's great. And that's the beauty of it is that everything that you're giving away, all of these tips and ideas and all the other videos that we've done, anyone could go and do them. He's not, you're not holding anything back. I mean, you've given literally everything that a person could do to be successful, but you do it so well. I'm sure there are a lot of people watching who say, that sounds great, but can I outsource to you? Will you just do all of that? And
you watching this video, many of you are going to want to go and just apply these, and that's why I'm making these videos, because I want that. I want you to implement these things. I want you to hire your own team. I want you to create systems like this on either Craigslist or LinkedIn. I want you to use YouTube, like I've been teaching. But I know that there are some people out there that will say, hey, Nate, you are good at what you do, and I just want to hire you. I want to hire you and your team. And so, obviously,
it's not possible. Don't even ask that. He's not taking clients. I'll take them for you.
I work with the best of the best.
Indeed.
All right, hopefully that story was helpful and entertaining. Hopefully you can find a way to apply that to your business. That's my goal there. If you enjoyed it, subscribe.
Yeah.
We'll see you tomorrow.